morning in the Midwest. We got Chicago versus Houston coming to you live. And we'll go over the stakes. A 77 overall team versus a 79 overall team. But Oilers are undefeated. The other thing is, this is a fight for the league. Who's going to be the best in the league? The Bears are fighting for the underdogs. Houston is fighting for their lives out there. See how they do. Two football. Oilers are going to get the ball, so that's promising for them as they bring this one out to the 28. Let's take a look at Josh Allen. So his weakest ability is his medium accuracy. And I think it's pretty good, medium accuracy-wise. But let's start it out right. Let's get Brown right in there and just start running this game. It's another reason that this game matters is because it's essentially, this could be the Super Bowl. Although they'll probably go up against the Seahawks if anyone. This could really be the Super Bowl. So 3rd and 6. First one to the tight end. Big first down. Keep it going. So Josh Allen making it happen on 3rd down. When Brown can't get anything going on the ground. 3 rushes, 6 yards. Let's hear another short 2-yard run. And again on 2nd down, nothing in a 3rd and 6. Staying calm, delivering that pass. Medium throw accuracy. So 1st and 10 at the 38. And they're going to run. Brown's looking tired out there. 2nd and 7. So Dorsett going to step in here. Maybe he can give the offense the spark they need. And he does. Maybe he's a little bit more on today. But it was good just to keep him dormant. Keeping Dorsett dormant. Now he's out there, and they're in the red zone. And now especially as they run again and get the first down. So Dorsett's 2 for 22 yards. They go into hurry-up offense. And I think they're just going to try to let him do his thing as he inches closer. 2nd and 5 now. Big run. 2nd and 5 going to turn into 3rd and short. 2. 3rd and 2. Hurrying. Gets it down to the 1-yard line. And Houston wants to score. But they gotta be patient here. Got to be patient. Take a breath. 1st and goal on the 1. You don't have to snap it right away. touchdown Oilers, and it's Dorsett. Dorsett's in. And the extra point after it, looking shaky. And he doesn't get it. So that's huge at this point in the game. And that's why we see a lot of teams going for 2, because that extra point is so broken for some reason. It's kind of the only air of anything that we got, like mystery in this game. You can bet it's like actually 50-50. I don't know why. So Fields gonna get this one. So the run by Kroom, gonna go for big yardage, 13 yards. Wide open, middle of the field, number 85. How is he wide open? Who's just waxing on their coverage, middle of the field? Screen to Kroom. Too good of a play. 2nd and 3. End of the first quarter, it's 6-0. But the Bears want this. Down at the 18, 1st and 10. So this one gonna go for 1 as they blitz. It's still really brutal. 1 brutal yard. Throws it away. So 3rd and 9 now. Gets it to the tight end, and he doesn't get the first down. It's going to be and 1. So please kick a field goal. They're kicking a field goal. Huge stop there for the Oilers. Hopefully can change the complexion of this game with that defensive stand there. Gonna bend but not break. And there's only 4 minutes left before they get the ball back, so they could try to pull away. Down at the 28 again. 4 minutes left. It's Super Bowl matchup style here in Houston early in the morning. It's exactly 6:55. My Tamagotchi about to wake up as they hand the ball off to Brown, and he has another disappointing run, which is surprising to say the least. Another gain of 2 for like the best back in the league last year. Here he finally breaks off a chunk, 3rd and 2, and we know he can at least get 2. I don't know if he got there. He did, but barely. He's gassed also. 9 rushes, 23 yards, and he's just gassed. Oh no, he's still out there. This one to number 13. From the 30, the 20, the 10. Touchdown Oilers. And he's taking it to the house. That's why Davies is their number 1. So they got to go for 2 now. That was an insane play. Josh Allen to Davies. Davis. Getting the extra point after. They're up 3-14 all of a sudden. But the Bears still got a chance because they can come back, make it 10-14. They get the ball back. And then, ultimately do this. So it gives them a chance and more. We're going to see situational football awareness come into play. So the Bears are not down and they are not out, as they're going to start here with a big run. Kroom. And the time is ticking away, but they're confident. They got 3 timeouts. They got time to play, time to work. And really all you need is field goal range. And they're inching closer. 2-minute warning coming up. Big play right there. So it's 3-14, 2-minute warning here in the second quarter. It's championship picked by Gresham. It's going to the 30, the 20, the 10, the 5. Touchdown, number 40. So the Oilers said, sorry, not sorry. But we're going up big time here. Throws the pick. And we didn't see that one coming, but we did, because Gresham is a monster at that. I mean, wow. That's going to change the complexion. That's definitely the turning point, I would say. And it was really simple. We don't even need to look at it. This is just preseason. It's the last preseason game. So we're not going to spend too much time on any of this. But it just shows what makes Houston tick as they play with their opponents. Gresham gets a huge play. Hit him hard, and again with the tackle. So 3 plays in a row. 40, number 40. He cannot be stopped. And this time, number 36. Fields getting the first down. Cole Kmet. Out there. The safety blitz, and it makes them throw away. So 2nd and 10. I think it's really getting in their heads now, this defensive structure where they force you to throw. And it's going to be a 3rd and 10 as he doesn't come down with that one. Insane. The defense coming up big time again, except here. Oh no, it goes out of bounds. That's Gresham again on the long bomb. So that guy is outplaying himself. Let's see this defense pushed out right when you need to. Holy cow, man. Doing everything on the field to make this half all about them. All about them. Because they know Chicago is about to come back out. Over kicking. And Chicago is going to try to, settle a score after halftime. So now Josh Allen, 38 seconds. You know what he's doing. Throwing his first incompletion here. Almost a pick, too, right? When you can't have it. Could have changed the game. This time hitting that pass. Calling a timeout as they're about at 30 seconds. It's preseason. You gotta try stuff. You gotta be open to it. As he gets it to Davis, who could have got out of bounds, but I don't think he did. On the go. A gain of 30. So they're in field goal range. So no matter what, this is looking like field goal. Calling audibles. Throwing it to the tight end who gets out of bounds. Out of bounds. 2nd and 4. It's looking extra sketchy. As he gets it down in the at the 11. So they might take a shot at the end zone, actually. Since it's completion is a touchdown, incompletion is not. Type situation. Touchdown, Oilers. So they just scored in 38 seconds with 11 seconds to spare. So more like 27 seconds. Well, we know all about that with Josh Allen, trained to go down the field like a monster and going up to 28-3. It's going to be hard for Chicago to pull out of this. But we know they are Super Bowl bound, possibly. We always are ready to see them in the Super Bowl. One of the best NFC teams because they're a Dipsey team, and the NFC has only 2 that are played. So Seahawks or Bears is almost a guarantee. This game is making it look like it's going to be a Seahawks rematch, but you never know. The regular season is really where it matters. But the momentum is not going to, they're not going to have much momentum. If they play Seattle week 1 of the regular season, they're gonna, or even at all, and they usually play Seattle sometime in the regular season. So it's going to come down to scheduling, whether or not they do good. And this drive, after this one, if they can get into field goal range, they can get the ball back. If they could score on this play, get the ball back. So he's bombing it. It's almost caught, but not. As it's bopped around. And let's get back to it. Kicking off to the Bears. Here's Bass. Tyler Bass is out there. Kicking to Chicago. So let's see one more quarter of starters before we get to the Dipsey Madden regular season, which is exciting news because the Oilers are trying to still go undefeated. They're trying to win 50 plus games in a row, the most of any Dipsey Madden team in this era. In fact, I don't know how many did it in 2017. Maybe one team went undefeated 3 years in a row, or 2 years in a row, even. 2 magical seasons, and they're still going. They're still the best team. Juge, the owner, of course, and they got Christmas out there. You know, last year he had a pick on Christmas. Oh, almost a pick, as I said, pick. And you can see he honestly is throwing pretty good out there, despite just being harassed the whole game. So big run. Kroom pushing through the bad tackles and the misses to get down to the 30. And there's 4 minutes left in the third, and they're creeping in on the red zone. There's a safety blitz, and it's red, and he's got it. But he's immediately tackled at the 13. It was on the left side. Gain of 17. The Bears got a first down, and they're in the 13. They're on the 13 in the red zone. Kirkland is still moving up. He's getting red, and that's a Komet touchdown, Bears. So they did come out right out of the gate and put up that touchdown that they couldn't get in the first half. And that's why you always don't let up the gas in that first half. That was the plan, and it's hopefully going to work because there's only under 10 minutes to play. So probably going to take this one short to the 20. It's a good little return. And then we're going to see this championship level team. I guess not. I guess they're John Cena, all of them out there, because you can't see them. Invisible shoes on, of course. Even our cameras can't pick up this fast-paced action. Oh, okay. Here we go. Some actual footage. And it's really the ability to have the passing game, which is not what we thought would be the style. We were looking at Brown to go out there and rule the day. Well, he's 10 rushes for 27 yards, which is really modest. The Bears put a stop to their run game other than that they have multiple backs. And look at this. He's turned on, I guess, because now 34 yards in the first down. And they're just going to hand it off to him more. And he's great at falling forward, especially in these late game situations. And he's probably going to get the handoff later in the game, even in the fourth quarter. We're going to be handing it to Brown, just like Damian Harris, breaking one off, makes a move. This big run. The middle of the field was just broken, but I think it was just because the linebacker got hurt there. Although I don't know when he got hurt. So now Dorsett is out there. The fake. And throwing it away. So maybe just told to take a shot. It's going to hurt his completion percentage, but it was a if you see it open type of thing, and Brown is back out there. So you hope this offense didn't slow down because it's 3rd and 9. And you know what they've done on 3rd and 9 all day is pass the ball, and that's what they're doing here. They get it to Davis. Josh Allen. Tossing it to his tight end, Jones. Down at the 10. And Josh Allen is kind of throwing it around here, actually. Ooh, another incompletion. So 10 for 13. He usually has a good completion percentage. He's actually getting to throw it around in these last 30 seconds. I think practice for the regular season as they get into the end zone with the slant route. And that was his second touchdown today. They're going to go up 35 to 10 or 34 to 10 as they miss another extra point. So a painful reality out there for the extra point kicker, Tyler Bass, as he's missing. Third quarter, first down, 28 seconds left in the quarter. As the Bears are looking to just get some points, I hope. There's definitely still hope. They're not that far away, but it's basically gone. Because once the Oilers get the ball again, it's going to be hard to do anything about them slowing it down. And 22 points in the second half. How do you beat that? Other than that, they got 6 in the. It should be 10-12 right now, if the second quarter never happened. So that is insane to me. They had 2 great touchdowns, but they didn't get the extra point after they got some defense in there. This is a big 23-yard reception by number 12. First down at the 44. Almost picked off by Gresham, I swear. He hit him so hard he could not catch that ball. That guy is the reason for the season in Houston. Holy cow. A sack by Allen. Is Gresham really still out there? Even though that's almost not fair. Yeah, Powers. Oh, they must be doing it all. The backups are in. Because on 3rd and 18, Aldridge. And they're going for it. So it's a fun time here in Houston as the Bears' last gasp for breath before being put down. It happens right before our eyes. They can't get the first down on 4th down. And the backups come out for Houston. So the game long gone at this point. But Brown still out there, but now with Hutton and Austin instead of Josh Allen and the crew. Of course, it's a little bit like the Patriots game where we got to see, it's their backup running back trying to get some, maybe even the 3rd string running back trying to get some XP, but really, this guy's going to start this season, so he's just getting extra reps. Because our backup running backs are so good, and our running game on both those teams is going to be so good. And their rivals, it is going to be a running season, as it has been the last 2 years, because Houston has this guy, Brown. And he doesn't have the stats, but look at him run over 90 yards. He's going to get 100 yards here. 94 on 20 rushes. So not spectacular, but he got that average up a little bit. 2nd and 6. Turning into 3rd and 3. Oh, yeah. First down. And the 2-minute warning now coming up. And he got up over 100 yards, but he might be looking for a touchdown today because why not? But nope, they're going to give it to Woodley. That's kind of a lot of yards also this preseason. And he's going to get 2 here. But Woodley finishing the game. The true backup here is Woodley, and he's going to do great as our 3rd string. Oh, wow. 4th and 2. And Brown is going to have to come back out. I guess he's not going to do great as our backup, possibly. Don't rely on Woodley. As Brown comes out and gets 108 yards on 24 carries. And now he's looking for the touchdown. Minute left to try and get it. It's 2nd and 9. And they do not want him to get it. 3rd and 8. So the game is over after this. They're gonna have about 10 seconds left if they don't score, and if they do get the first down, then we'll see maybe the end, maybe a timeout. Who knows? 4th and 6. I think he can get 6 yards. And the score. He might. He might. He got the first down. 1st and goal. 5 seconds left. And Woodley comes out to steal the touchdown. Let's pass it. Let's get it to Hutton. Incomplete. Oh, 3 seconds left. And they're going to call. Let's try to get him out there. Try. Come on, man. Don't you want it? He doesn't want it. Let's try another pass. 1 second. Come on, man. Come on. No. He got us all the way here. Okay. Almost picked off. So 0 for 3, 4th and goal. That's the end of the game. Nobody scored in the 4th. And he never got that touchdown. But still winning 34-10. Almost a little keep away at the end there. Strange little strategy. So average yards per play. Chicago actually took that. That's pretty good. But the one takeaway definitely crushed them. And not to mention how many drives they couldn't put together. So many, you know. And at the wrong time. You can see the score summary and just how fast they really did that. So Stephon Diggs left, and the day he left, the year he left, they won the Super Bowl. I think it was his ego holding the team down. And then, you know, Anthony Davis, or not Anthony, what's his name? Is the guy who took over. And he was a more humble number 1. We got to rely more on our run game. So 3-0. And we're going into the new season, so let's just do it. Let's save here and then advance into the regular season. If Kefla's excited. Kefla is excited for Dipsey Madden to start. Because it's going to be fun this year. And we got Danny's pick. Chicago goes 1-1-1. 1-1-1. Okay, advancing to regular season. Oh. Let's just go to next week because we all might need a week. Cut 14 players. Yeah, we all got to make cuts. So that'll be fun. So let's take a look. Who won? Ahmad Middlebrooks. 75% completion percentage. 783 yards. 5 touchdowns. Damian Harris on 58 attempts. Less than Roman Brown. More than Jeremiah Woodley, who play on the same team. He had 5 touchdowns, 349 yards. Can't argue with that. Roman Brown, 282 yards on 62 attempts with the touchdown. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. Jeremiah Woodley had 6 touchdowns, 203 yards, 43 attempts. He would have had 7 if they would have gave it to him. But they don't want to hurt him. He's their secret weapon. So they got 3 great running backs, secretly. Anthony Schwartz. 19 receptions, but he had 685 yards. That's insane. Dominic Barrow had 26 receptions for 348, just to put that into perspective. And he had 5 touchdowns. That's yards after catch. Nick Bosa, 4 sacks. Keaton had 4 sacks. Demonte Davis had 4 sacks. Thomas Slaughter had 3 interceptions. Let's go. Patriots. That's big time. Bryce Bowman and Brian Gresham had 2. Brian Gresham, we saw that. Isaac Choice and Kramer and Dontrell Rudolph. Those are all tackles. The computer gets most of the tackles, honestly. Is there any awards? No. The preseason winners and losers. We'll take a look at that. Oh my God. So the Vikings come out on top. So Vikings fans, good job. Just being Vikings fans. Who's a Vikings fan? Who knows? Lizzo? I guess. Patriots. Whew, you stayed in it. And you know you're going to have to stay in it, Patriots, because you play the Oilers and you play them twice this year. And if you lose to them, you know, that's it. You're going to be the best thing to go up against them twice this year. Twice. You got 2 chances to sway the momentum. The Patriots can win. All of a sudden, it's not a Juge Super Bowl anymore. It's a St. Louis bringing it home. So there's always a chance with them. Oilers 3-0. They're number 3. And they're looking to 3-peat. And it's Juge. And he's angry for a 3rd Super Bowl because he loves 3s. That's his thing. Everything in 3s. So he's going to go for it, you know. But 2's cool too. And it's not like he's going anywhere. He could always get that 3rd some other time. But 3 in a row is what Juge looks for. The Browns, they want it back from Juge. They're like, Juge, what are you doing? You're taking our thing and you're making it yours. We got 5 in a row. You think you can get 5 in a row, Juge? It's possible, but you gotta go undefeated pretty much unless everybody goes on a losing spree, and it's gonna be tough. The Niners. Yeah, everybody hates the Niners. At least I do. 3-0. So they're going to get to go up against the Seahawks twice this year. And that's going to be big tough. So we're rooting for you, Niners. We're rooting for you. Skylar's family lives in San Francisco. So we'll say that's Larry. Grandpa Larry, Uncle Larry. The Steelers. Ew, Steelers. I call Danny a Pittsburgh Steelers fan because he steals stuff, but he doesn't really like the Steelers. I have no clue who likes the Steelers, but all the Steelers fans out there, good job. Your team was the 6th team to go 3-0 in the preseason. Then we got the Caps. They lost one to the Bears. So they should have been the seventh team on this list of 3-0, but nope. And that's why they're the first, because they did so well, but they're 2-1. The Giants, who played super good last year, super duper good last year, they made it to the championship, I think, last year. Lost to the Seahawks. Almost went to the Super Bowl. 2-1. Going to be contenders. The Saints, same thing. They were in those playoffs, I think. 2-1 contenders. Chiefs, always contenders. 2-1. They play in the toughest division in the league. And they're an unfortunate end of playing in the most tough division. Mahomes isn't as big a deal, but he is still always. Dirty Deshaun Watson over here in Houston hasn't left, never got signed to the Browns because that never happened. But Dirty Deshaun's always a contender on that old Houston deal. They sign him, they just keep signing him. The Jags are always, they're coming around. The Colts and the Jets don't really have a lot going on, but they did well. And the Seahawks are a 2-1 team that should really be 3-0, probably. But they lost to the Bears. The only win that the Bears got, I think. Although I'm unsure. They lost to someone. Yeah, they beat the Caps. They beat their first opponent, but they didn't beat the Bears. They might have beat the Bears. I don't know. The Falcons, we know they're always a contender because they got the Capitals' old running back, who I really like. We should try to get him back, but he's like a favorite in Atlanta randomly. They love him. I can't get him back. I don't even remember his name. He's just number 13. And you got the Bengals, who played the Bears so well. I'm just so mad that they're not 0-2 and 1, 0-1 and 2, 0-2 and 1, because they went 1-1 and 1, just like us, and they barely beat us, just like I feel like they did in that game. So the Bengals are, I'm going to actually say it now, they're going to be a real contender this year. Now they play in the Browns division, but what if they beat the Browns? They really could. They're that type of team. They play them twice. They could bring the Browns season down for decades, I feel like. Who knows? Bears, Dolphins are 1-2-0. The Bucks went 1-2-0. So sorry, Skyler. Your preseason was iffy, but I swear your regular season will pick up. That's just you're on the wrong side. The Rams, same thing. Good team. Wrong side. Panthers, Titans, that makes sense. The Barons, that doesn't make sense. They're on the wrong side of it. The Packers make sense. They're bad. They were bad last year. I think they were the worst team last year. Couldn't get them to win. Cardinals, Broncos, Ravens. Danny's team went 0-3. But it makes sense. 0-3. Football team was coming back, and now look at them. Eagles, Lions, and Cowboys. The Lions is a fall from grace. The Cowboys make sense. The Cowboys are the worst team in the league. They need help. And I don't know what it is that it can do other than that. We will play as the Cowboys probably one day. It might be time to move them out of Arlington and get the boys some help. I mean, they could keep their name, maybe. This is the season to start thinking about that. Well, what teams relocate? We can look at it's really The Ravens aren't going to relocate, I don't think. But the boys could. We could do it. But they're probably going to be stuck in Arlington for a while. The Barons aren't going anywhere. The Bucks ain't going nowhere. Bears should not go anywhere. Seahawks, no. The Caps, no. Browns, no. Oilers, no. Patriots, no. So many already relocated teams. But, yeah, so it's really the Cowboys, the Ravens, and the Bucks that are left that could move. Because the rest of the team's real dead set. It's a fun time in the Dipsey Madden verse. You never get to see it all. So we could do some cuts. Why not? I don't really want to though, because I have to do it for every team. If I do, every single team. So I think we'll just do that, maybe in its own video, which would be fun. Little. Houston and Seattle. Let's just do it. We'll start with Houston. Really? You gotta be joking. Let's just look. Damn it. Like Archer Goldstein, or we don't need Howie McCartney. Yeah. Okay, 6 players. It's a little easy. Tight end. I mean, I don't think we need that many things. I guess you can't go there because they're ready to cut anybody. It's like I saw a bunch of cornerbacks and stuff that we didn't. Okay. Why would we cut those guys? It's like I can't trust it because it wants to cut the wrong people. So I have to do it all manually. Otherwise, it cuts everybody that I wouldn't cut. It's like, oh man, this veteran that doesn't deserve to be cut. Forget about it. I can't even remember how many people I have to cut half the time because it doesn't just say. I don't want to count 5. I gotta go back into the rosters, find 5 people to go over. Come on. Players. Let's go to free agents. Go to fullback. No real fullbacks left. There we go. Let's get the last real one. 61 overall, but he's 33 and he's ready to be a Seahawk. Now let's go get wide receiver. T. Higgins. Chris Godwin. He's the oldest, 35. He's got 14 years experience. Then you got DJ Moore, Judicious New, Ayuk. Good. Kadarius Toney, Jalen Waddle, Butler, good. T. Higgins is good. Paul Guy, let's get him. Love Paul Guy. Former Brown, former Patriot. I could be a Seahawk. And that's our Seahawk roster. So let's go to the next team. This is going to take a while. The Bears. Eight players. Look at the QBs first. Guess so. Three, five. Let's get weirdo one. did that. Okay. We already told you. So 1, 2, 3 left. The rest are gonna just no. Actually, we can't. Just let the rest shake out. Damn it. Got to take a look at the other teams. Mostly Danny's team, so that they don't cut the wrong people. Damn it. I can't count. This is why it's so stupid. Well, let's. Really? So much. 10 players. Damn. Okay. Gotta keep track somehow. One, two, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 8, 9, 10, 8, 9, 10. Now let's go to the Capitol. And we'll check Danny, Skyler. Mostly just Danny and Skyler. We'll let the Cowboys do their cuts. We'll check Danny and then we'll check Skyler. 16. Come on. Alright, to Danny's team. Then to Skyler. And we're out. Cowboys will make their cuts. 12 players. Let's see who's on the chopping block. Sure. 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 Now it's easy. Just making sure nobody gets rid of any good players unless he's the Cowboys. Who cares? Fourteen players. I think it's all good. Yep. So we're just gonna want to go to our best. Should be like, yeah, we did that. Yep. 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 And let's go to capitals. Oh, I don't know. Let's just move on and get to the regular season, I guess. So we finally made it to the regular season, and just in time for July. So we're looking at week 1. Houston plays the Jets. Seattle plays Arizona. Cleveland plays Cincinnati. It's going to be tough. Columbus plays Kansas City. Tough. St. Louis versus Brooklyn. Week 1. And we know we're going with St. Louis there. Brooklyn going to have another tough start to the season. It's going to be probably the going away season for the best running back of all time. And the schedule just doesn't abide, apparently. Tampa Bay versus San Francisco. Baltimore versus Denver. This is looking crazy. This is Kansas City. Whew. And the Barons. We gotta win this game. The first game is gonna be Brooklyn. It's a huge game, man. Well, we will see that later. Thank you for tuning in today to get through the preseason finally for 2031. And so begins the road to a third undefeated Super Bowl for Houston. As you can see here, last year 34-10. The year before that 28-14. Roman Brown and Darren Bowden. Anthony Schwartz, Metal Brooks. Anthony Schwartz took the MVP. Oof. Super crazy. Brooklyn at St. Louis. St. Louis is going to try to beat Brooklyn. Baltimore's going to try to beat Denver. Columbus is going to try to beat Kansas City. Houston should have the Jets, but it's still tough. Cleveland versus Cincinnati, tough. Seattle should have Arizona. So my prediction, week 1, is going to be Houston, Seattle in the Super Bowl rematch. Houston wins. That's just my prediction for 2031. Right now, week 1. Last week it would have been Houston versus Seattle. Probably. Still. But, so those are the favorites, no matter what. Probably what we're going to see. But you never know. Maybe Brooklyn beats St. Louis. New York beats Houston. And we just watched St. Louis steam roll through the regular season. It's gonna be up to who's not gonna lose. There's a lot riding on it. Too much. Regular season coming soon. As late as Monday.